Hey guys, my name is Paul and we are playing Hand of Fate 2, a game developed by Defiant Development. I am currently playing on the PS4, but this game is also available on Steam and I believe Xbox One. I will read the overview for this game. I didn't play the first game, but I know there's a dealer guy. So the dealer has clawed his way back beyond the 13 gates to seek his revenge. The table has changed, yet the stakes remain the same: life or death. As in the original Hand of Fate, adventurers explore a dark fantasy world built from collectible cards distributed by a magical dealer in a meta board game. Each overturned card reveals a new trial. Third-person combat, high-risk or high-reward minigames, or tabletop RPG-style decision-making. Once again, draw your cards, play your hand, and discover your fate. I played a little bit of this game so far. I played the first challenge, and I gotta say, this is really fun. This is a really cool concept for a game, combining card game and RPG elements.
I have clawed my way back beyond the 13 gates to this mortal realm. Welcome to my challenges. Together we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
So we finished the full challenge, so let's go to the magician one. Rescue the missing Empire soldiers from a town plagued with corruption. Okay. Select who will accompany you in your journey. I can only bring the trickster, which is the guy I believe it's the guy I recruited from the first challenge, so sure. Encounters. Fill your deck with encounter cards. These are the places you visit on your journey. So these are the cards I got from the first challenge as well. Let's get the old mating, arm wrestling, deep water. Deep water is cool because you get to fight some enemies, so let's see that. Damsel of Distress requires a dice. Oh, this one too. Oh well. Let's get the old maiden. This one, and wrestling, fork in the road. Yeah, let's do this. As for weapons and shield, we're gonna use this shield because it's new. We're gonna have to go with a sword because if I use the heavy weapon... Oh, actually I can just take them all. Doesn't matter. We're ready to go.
A casual call to heroism. How many adventures start thus? For 100 years I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated, it is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
Alright, I'll explain briefly the whole thing about the game. Basically, the dealer throws these cards on the table. You get to choose. Okay, you have the life card on the bottom left corner. You got the life card, which are basically your hit points. You got food, coin, and above them is the trickster, which will accompany you in your adventures during this challenge. You see the golden figurine in the table. That's your character. You move him on top of each of the cards on the table. As the dealer flips them, something will happen, and whatever that happens, it will tailor your story. whether you get attacked by bandits or you enter a minigame. It's all a game of fate, really.
I am right here, and we have things to do.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to explain the game. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna try and read all these dialogues as best as I can. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of West Wind is suffering against the Blight. Let's find out more about them. Ask about the Empire protection. Ask about where Westwind Special. Ask where Westwind is. Where is it? Westwind sits on the outer edge of the Empire, while the Emperor focuses on the capital, its nobles and merchants. Those at the fringes are neglected. Okay, let's go there. You return to the markets and ask if any traders headed to Westwind might need an escort. There are 3 options: a stonemason, a food wagon, or a weaponsmith. Let's go to stonemason. You hitch on an uneventful ride with a stonemason. I got some gold. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you'll need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. Now I can move my figure, but I can only choose the first one. If I encounter a fight scene, the game will teleport me from this place to an actual fight where I can play as my character in third person, and there's a whole combat mechanic around it.
In my day, thieves kept their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse, success.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passerby to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd.
Now you wager for more than mere success and failure. You choose the very stakes themselves.
The tangled maze of people proves too much for you, and the thief makes their escape. I feel like that was intended because I only had 1 success card. Oh well, doesn't matter.
Commerce thrives in even the most unusual of locations.
The shopkeeper nods to you as you enter. Adventurer, how's the world out there? Interesting. Let's buy some equipment. Now we're good. Buy food. We could use a little bit of food, although we might need a coin later. And we did lose some coin. Let's just get... No, forget it. Let's just see what happens if we just leave.
Your supplies are running low. Make your choices carefully.
You find some Imperial soldiers strung up by Northerners. Fight to free them, pay to free them, or leave. Okay, so...
Let us see if the mage can help you here.
I'm playing this character as a hero as much as I can. Whenever I get a chance to save someone, I will do it. Because honestly, the fighting in this game is just very straightforward. You got different types of enemies who, for example, okay, a magician, a jester, and a vagabond. When activated, my success. He's my companion right now. This is the guy I helped in the first challenge. Companion ability is L1. Okay, so basically you can evade, bash, defend, or attack. You also have some repost abilities. You can do a finisher, and that's pretty much it. Okay. I should dodge those. Okay. Okay, he was attacking from outside the screen. He dropped his helmet, and that's a nice detail. Okay, I didn't do that well on that fight. I was just hammering buttons, but at least we survived.
Like a compass, it indicates the truth of all directions.
You got a slightly better weapon. See, if you help people, you also get some rewards. I got some food, so yeah. Let's move on to the next one.
A
I'll
vampire
get some
cannot
health.
cross running water. These days you must deal with far more mundane opposition.
While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. We're gonna fight them. Okay, I forgot to do this actually. Wait, what? Where is my other shield? Okay. Guess we're going with this. Did it change? I think it did. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, the game does take a while to load sometimes. And it does get some frame drops, even though it's capped right now. I don't have the frame rate unlocked. Now that I got a new weapon, this happens. Alright. Oh, this is a really nice sword. Wow, that's a really cool sword. After you get a certain amount of hits after you get a certain amount of consecutive hits against enemies, you can use a special ability, or if the enemy is really weakened, you can use a finisher.
A shield in more ways than one.
No, we don't want this right now. We got some food. We're good on food. I knew it was a good idea not to buy more.
Here we begin to see one of the small ways I've changed the game.
The West Wind
Each
Tower.
challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
Okay, dealer, you need to calm down. I'm trying to commentate on this video. Whatever. The West Wing Tower chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows. There's corrupted inside the town. They broke through the sewers and into the loose lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out. You arrive to the West Wind's few remaining soldiers huddled at the entrance to its poorest area, Loose Lane. We cannot let this corruption spread. For the good of the town, we must dispose of anyone who has been tainted even a little. This is interesting. If I go keep exploring, I can backtrack the cards, but it doesn't really do anything. Let's just join the soldiers. We're good with this. Yeah, actually, let's switch out that, and we're ready. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about this whole concept of cards becoming an actual situation. The fact that you are using cards on the table and the events actually happen make it so that, you know how usually old school card games, they all revolved around strategies, and you play them in a specific order and perform these strategies against your opponent to, well, eventually win. Not only that, but the cards usually had visual representations, such as illustrations or lore, like in popular games like Magic or, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! But in this game, okay, let's see. When in old school games you played, you get this sort of imagination, right? You get to recreate whatever was happening on the board in your head. And it gave a lot of sense of, well, it gave the game a lot of thought. It's a really fun concept. Now in Hand of Fate 2, they materialize that idea. There's cards on the table, and you actually get to experience whatever fates unfold from the other side of the card. But enough chatter, let's just kick some ass. Now, the thing about this game, though, is even though as much as I appreciate they do this, that they port your player to an actual fighting mechanic in third person, the game itself, in this mode, talking with the dealer and reading all these random events, is really good. It's really good by itself. So I'm not sure if the actual third person mode, fighting against enemies, standard combat, is actually necessary. This game could be a huge success by itself without that. But I mean, it's fine. It's unique in this sense, if they combine the two genres. So all's good. That's just my piece of thought on this so far. Buy healing. Sell it. I can actually sell. Oh, I can't sell the base ones. We're good, actually.
Always treat those who feed you with respect. Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
Malaklive shakes his head. Poor old Chester. This is why you should never be seduced by the wiles of women. Coin slave. They'll break your heart and leave you selling your lemon tarts with little business sense. The old farmer hawks his wares to passerby. Tarts, pies, and exotic fruits. Let's buy some pies because I think we need a lemon pie. Okay, yeah. 30 gold. I can't pay that. That's a bummer.
They place themselves in these dire positions.
While
And then
patrolling the
expect
outskirts.
a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
Oh my god. Okay, while patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel on the unmistakable groan of corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods, I was heading to tea with the Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footmen left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. Okay. Should we go after them? Alright, let's accept the offer. You linger near the nobleman's carriage in case the corrupted reappear. Just beyond the trees you can hear the blood-curdling sounds of combat. Okay, let's do this.
Now your chance presents itself. At last, stand in the defense of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
Atop Westwind Town Hall is a large bell tower. It used to signal the day's end for the workers in the mines and surrounding fields, but now it will summon Westwind's defenders. Do you wish to summon the soldiers you have recruited? Yeah, let's do it. Ring the bell. As night cloaks Westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. You must survive till morning when Imperial forces give a rousing speech. Remain silent. Okay, well this is interesting. This kinda reminds me of Darkest Dungeon for some reason. Oh shit. Ah, damn it, I knew it was the first one, but I don't know why I chose the other one. It's fine, I mean, at the end of the day, it's my sword and my abilities who will make us win through all this adventure, so... I mentioned this before, I platinum Bloodborne, so we're fine. Okay, maybe we're not, but it's fine. As the final vestiges of humanity are erased, the terror awakes. Use bash to break the terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates. Stick out these guys first. There's a lot of auto tracking. I just realized. Ow. Okay. There we go. See what I mean? As long as I see the red prompt, I can just dodge. It's very straightforward. By the way, my character, I created her to look like the main protagonist from Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know why,
A mighty
I couldn't
creature
find
of
another
chaos
combination that
fell
would be
by
better.
your power. Does it
She looks cool,
satisfy
though.
you? This bloodshed. Knowing
Once the
those
corrupted
you destroy
behemoth
were once
falls,
simple peasants, going
the rest
about
of the
their
minions...
day.
Oh my god, this dealer is not letting me commentate in this video. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements with a town already saved.
The magician returns to the deck. But now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin.
Okay, I just realized something. I could have went the other side. You see the cards on the table? There are 3 cards that are unflipped. When I had the chance to explore, it was referring to those, meaning I would have gotten other rewards instead of just speedrunning through the end of this challenge to the last boss. I was curious because I wasn't sure if after that I could just keep exploring those other 3 cards. I could have gotten even another token, like for instance this one. These tokens work like loot boxes, honestly.
Now you have learned the simplest of ways to build your deck. Each challenge will provide its own unique trials. Here are some more tools to keep you in good stead.
Cool, got some equipment. Man-eating tree. I really like the illustrations on these cards. They are super cool. They are very unique.
As you play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
I mean, even though the combat seems to be the most straightforward way of progressing in this game, if you're good in this type of games, you should blaze through this. So I'm hoping that further levels on this game will become so difficult to the point where enemies will 2-shot you or even 1-shot you. So you will necessarily need to explore each of these to get the best cards that will suit you up, get you better gear, and hopefully give you some new abilities, as well as new companions like, well, the Magician. Now I got the Fool and the Magician. So this game has been a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. It's really new. And yeah, check this game out, and thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye.